Hello, it's been a joy to have Belinda here just for 24 hours so far. We're here in my office at the Every Nation office in Nashville, and I was just explaining, I told her if she has some time in Nashville, that one of the things you have to do in Nashville, which is known as Music City around the world, is visit the Ryman. And I have a painting, actually a wood carving right here, of the Ryman Auditorium. When you go to the Ryman tour, every not just country artists, but rock stars and actually worship artists and Christian pop and current pop, seems like everyone has played at the Ryman. But it's an interesting story. Here's a book about it right here, about Captain John Ryman. John Ryman, in the late 1800s, was a wealthy riverboat captain, and where the Ryman sits in downtown Nashville is maybe I don't know, maybe 500 meters from the river. And in 1906, there was a tent revival with a Methodist evangelist put up a tent near the river in Nashville, and the revivals were happening, evangelistic preaching and all this. And John Ryman came with a bunch of his buddies, and they were throwing rocks into the meeting. They were drunk, they were persecuting, harassing. They actually did this several nights consecutively, and the evangelist came and found this John Ryman and shared the gospel personally with him. He gave his life to Christ. And he said to the evangelist, it's not right that you're preaching about Jesus in a tent. We need to build a building. And so John Ryman took his own fortune and built this auditorium it started in 1906, the year he got saved, and it took a couple of years. And for years it was called the Gospel Tabernacle, and it was open to churches, evangelists, any kind of gospel meeting in Nashville. And this became a center of revival for the southern part of the United States in the early 1900s. Of course, after years, Catherine Kuhlman's ministered there, a lot of evangelists, as well as after Ryman died, he said, "So never carry my name, this is about Jesus." But as soon as he died, within a week, the family changed it to the Ryman Auditorium. Within decades went by, and eventually the Grand Ole Opry purchased the building, and it became known as the Mother Church of Country Music. Eventually they built their own facility. This went into disrepair. It was a wreck. It was about to be destroyed. And then the city of Nashville bought it and decided it was too important of a landmark to let it be destroyed and a high-rise built there. So they restored it, and now it's back to a music venue. And actually Bethel, here our Every Nation Church here in Nashville, Rice has used it several occasions for worship and prayer times. I've been in worship services there where we brought the city of Nashville together to remind the city of the roots, and one of the most visible monuments and one of the most famous buildings in this city. That is the story behind it. And anyway, so I was telling Belinda, you got to go to the Ryman and hear the stories, and they actually include the Christian history of it as a part of the tour. So anyway, that's the thought for the day about worship and revival. God bless you.